Welcome to Your Cochrane right now. This is a weekly podcast all about the most festive town in the world, Cochrane, Alberta. Of course, my name's Eric Ruddle, joined by Lauren Meister. And Lauren, it is truly festive if you're watching the video version of this.
It's not that festive in here
and all around Cochrane. Like, it's really cool seeing all the different lights and all the different styles, from like the professional gemstone lights to everyone's just like, I'm just slapping anything that lights up on my house. It's awesome.
Well, and not in here. I mean, we went for the 100% class minimalist look here at Cochrane now. Yeah. We really wanted to get with the trends of 2023 and the design trends, definitely. Nice. We were following all of the Instagram things.
Yes, and we do have an elf, of course, elf on the shelf. I don't know if we've ever named it. We're kind of neglecting our elf. He also doesn't move very much. I don't know.
I think he's a little tired. He gets up really early, in the radio world, so you can't really blame him for not moving every day. And then the Santa that we have, I mean, man, he is just something.
This is great.
Yeah.
Of course, here in Cochrane, this is the best time of year to really showcase the generosity of Cochranites. One of the best features of Cochrane is Cochranites take care of Cochranites. And we got a really cool experience of going behind the scenes with the Cochrane Activettes, who really lead the charge. If you don't know the Activettes, they run the Cochrane Food Bank year-round.
Mm-hmm. And the clothesline.
And then, of course, your Share Your Christmas program. So what is this program all about?
So basically, they actually put together these amazing Christmas hampers for any family that requires a Christmas hamper during the Christmas season. And when you say Christmas hamper, so what is included is they have a Christmas meal, and then it also gives them a toy and like for children, and like pajamas, and there's games in there, a Christmas gift. There's even like hygiene products in there as well. So kind of gives them like a really magical, like a wonderful Christmas for people who just maybe can't afford it.
And of course, this wouldn't be possible without everyone, you donating, right? Like, there's several events leading up to this where people come, they bring gifts, they bring food, they donate. And it was really showcased when we got to go check out. So the first day we went over, it was Toyland, which is a secret location here in town. They don't want everyone to know about it because that's also the pickup spot. And they are all about being discreet.
Exactly.
Right? Because sometimes you don't want everybody to know that you are part of this program, and they're all for that. You just swing by, they'll load your vehicle up, bang, bam, boom, you're in and out in 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Really cool. So we go over to Toyland, and we walk in. Now, we were near the end of Toyland. They do shifts, and this year we got probably the second last day. So we walk in, and those ladies are like, hey guys, just so you know, you're kind of near the end. We're sorry, the selection of toys is a little bit lower. My jaw hit the floor because it was better than Walmart in there. It was an amazing selection.
Honestly, like these were, top tier toys, top of the line toys, brand name toys. I mean, they had a specific table dedicated just to Lego. Yeah. So lots of times, well, every year actually, they divvy up the toys for, like they have baby toys, then they have toddler toys, and then they have, like it's different age ranges, and then they have like age ranges for specific like boys and girls. But this year they still did that, but then they also had like the Lego table. But you could see everything lined up so meticulous, and everything, it's not just toys that you get from a dollar store. No. Like these are amazing toys, and huge toys too. A lot of these toys didn't even fit on the table. They had to be actually on the floor. Like Paw Patrol towers, huge trucks. And I was thinking, my goodness, like my kids would love all of this stuff. I was looking at everything. Like these are amazing gifts.
So walk me through it. We come in, if you volunteer for the Activettes, what do you do during one of those shifts?
So basically, you're given a sheet of paper, and on it doesn't have the family name or anything, but basically it just says, who all is in the family. So it could be like a single parent family. So it could be just like a single mom with like 3 kids. So then it would be like a single mom, a single female, and then it would give you the age and the gender of the 3 children. So then once you know that family, then you have certain criteria that you have to follow. So then a single mom would get certain things. So then you go and you shop for those single moms. You have a shopping cart and you go and get those certain items. And then the kids, you get to go pick out whatever it is, like 2 or 3 toys. Usually it's like 1 large toy and 2 medium toys. And then you get pajamas and toques and mitts and a game and a puzzle and that kind of thing. And once you get all of the items, you get to pack them into a big Santa bag and put it all together.
It is a lot of pressure, though, because you are literally making these kids that you have very basic things, right? Likes Lego, dinosaurs, and Hot Wheels. Mm-hmm. That is your prompts, and you are making their Christmas. When they come down their stairs and look at the tree, the presents you picked are what's underneath it. So there was a lot of debate going on. You and I got to work together, and it was actually like you'd stand there with we had a young kid who loved Paw Patrol, mm-hmm. and there was several Paw Patrol items, big ones, hundreds of dollars worth.
Yeah.
We'd be holding them and go over the value of a Zuma versus a Chase, right? Oh, you know what? Well, this one fits better with this one. Oh, but this one has this cannon. This is a lot of effort, a lot of work, and it is just a very sombering experience.
Oh, it really is. And it's true. You're trying to put yourself into this other family's shoes, mm-hmm. and we don't know them, and we will never get to know them, right? We have absolutely no idea who's receiving these gifts. No. And you're just trying your best with the limited information that you have just to pick the perfect gift and just hoping for the best.
Oh, yeah. And shout out to Gail and the team over there, because they are sprinting around Toyland, just making sure if a toy leaves, it's instantly replaced with something even better, right? So that was really cool. Jumping over to the food bank the next day, it is a different experience. There is no us choosing, really.
No, you're not. It's not like you're picking, oh, I like this brand of rice or this brand of cereal. Yeah. It's the same idea in the sense that, every family is going to get their own hamper of food, but every family gets the same amount. So if it's a family of 3 or a family of 5, that would be the only difference, is the quantity of food. But every family gets the same thing, basically. They get a Christmas meal.
And it was really cool. So you go through, we built that. And then actually they were like, you know what? You guys are an awesome team. How about you help us on kind of the day-to-day activities of the food bank? And my gosh, we had a point where it was just donated food. So they're in the bags, the boxes that people hand to the event or the first responders parade. And the point where it goes into the food bank to making it actually onto the shelves, the amount of work and sorting and looking at expiry dates and best before dates and, oh, that word is actually French. Don't go by that one. And you know what? This one could go to the free food shed instead. It's incredible.
Yeah, the sorting of the food, like Kathy at the food bank said, she said it's an art because every single can and jar and package, the expiry dates are written differently. They're in different colors. It's on different areas of the package. Sometimes it's hard to read. And then it's not even just like you're reading the year. So a lot of the different sorting, it would go by month. So we'd have to find where we're sorting the food and put it in a different box. It would go from January to December of 2024. And then there's different criteria for when they can have it in the food bank so we could keep it there versus where it could be donated to the free food sheds, the helping hands here in Cochrane. Or if it's too old, some stuff that was donated unfortunately did have to be tossed into the garbage. And we're talking quite old. Like it was like from 2017.
Yeah.
So very, very old food. But in general, there was only a couple of items that we saw that had to be tossed.
Also very humbling for myself because these boxes, they're full of cans, they're heavy, so I'm like struggling to move them. Kathy just walks by, she's got one under each arm, like, move, Eric. These ladies, yet again, we just cannot overstate it enough. All of them, for the most part, are volunteers. They are just doing it. Most of them are retired. This is the time where they could be doing a hobby, they could be traveling the world. They're here in Cochrane going 12 hours just packing these hampers to make sure.
Like exactly. A lot of these ladies are retired ladies who they're just, these are volunteer positions, but they're putting in full-time shifts right now. And you and I were kind of joking about this off the air that, you know, maybe their kids or their grandkids are being like, hey, Grandma, can you come to my Christmas concert right now? No, I got to do this stuff for the Activettes right now. Like, I'm too busy. Obviously, I'm sure that they put their families first still, but the amount of time and effort that they put into the Share Your Christmas program, it is unreal.
And like we said, it is such a discreet thing. So they're not getting the hugs from the families. Oh, you save Christmas. They're not seeing the families, right? So this is truly almost a thankless job that they're doing, and they are there every day, especially over the holiday season. Just incredible. Now, earlier this week here in Cochrane, the budget came down, and we are going over the nitty-gritty numbers. No, not so much. We're not the one for that.
No, that's Noel's job.
Exactly. But there is some really cool stuff that was included in there. Probably a month ago, there was a big push online, on Facebook especially. Hey, Cochrane, we need more firefighters. Like, our town is growing so fast and spreading wide. If we want to make sure that every emergency can be taken care of, it takes a lot of strength here. And some good news coming from the budget. We're getting more firefighters.
Yes, we are. So they actually approved enough money that we are going to have 4 full-time firefighters, which just means that every shift that they have, there's going to be an extra firefighter on every shift, which is just going to be safer for all of the calls that they go out to, and or if a firefighter calls in sick or something, right? Like, it's just that extra safety measure. And exactly, this community is growing so much. So obviously we need more staff members, right? I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. Yeah. So really, really good news. I know you and I, we were talking to Fire Chief Sean Pauly the other day. He came in and chatted with us for a little bit. So, and he was honestly just like grinning from ear to ear. He's so excited about that. So excited about a bunch of new things coming up over the next year, which he couldn't share too many details. So I'm really looking forward to finding out what's happening in 2024. But I think there's a lot of really exciting things happening with the fire department here.
Oh, yeah. This is just so incredible. We were talking to him, and he said there was over 40 fire emergencies here in town, and that can be anything that costs money, right, with damage to money. So really, all those need manpower. So that's going to be really cool.
Or woman power.
Or woman power, of course, kid power. Throw everyone on the firefighting team there. And some big changes coming to Colt as well. Of course, Colt, our transit system here in town, has been a little bit controversial. Not everybody loves it. And town is going, we see you. We're going to bring in some consultants, and we're going to make it even better.
Exactly. Yeah. So same thing. They set aside some money from the budget. They're going to try to figure out some things, figure out the kinks in the system. Obviously, we are a growing community, and we're a really unique community in the sense that we're so spread out, right? We have our downtown base in the valley, and then all of the new communities are outside of town. So we need transit. I think everyone can agree with that we need some form of like getting people into the heart of Cochrane. It's just figuring out how we're going to do that. So I'm glad to hear that they're going to try to figure that out.
Yeah, especially it's used so much for events. We were talking to Mayor Jeff Janung just the other day there with the light up, and he said hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people were coming to the station using the Colt. And we're like, well, makes sense. There was no parking down there.
Exactly.
So this is very much a needed service. It just, of course, like anything else, it can grow. It can become better.
Exactly.
So that'll be really interesting in 2024. And also, money was set aside for the Horse Creek Sports Park.
Yeah. So that's going to be over in Heartland.
Heritage Hills, north of Heritage Hills.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always get those two communities
over
mixed
there,
up.
north of Heritage Hills. So Rocky View Schools bought this property back like a decade ago. But they want to build a high school there, and they also want this sports park.
Yeah,
there.
so we were actually looking at some of the renderings, the drawings, and we were trying to figure out exactly what's going to go over there. Based on the drawings, it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like there's going to be like a rugby pitch, like soccer fields, basketball, outdoor ice rink, which is kind of cool. So obviously, like these are things that we need in Cochrane. Like, there's no questions. Like, we need all of this, and we need all of this like very, very soon. So I think a lot of people are really excited to see some progress. So I think that it's not obviously going to happen immediately. They're I know they're just going to start working on this today. But no, I think they need to obviously start with like moving some dirt, all that kind of stuff. So, but I believe that's going to start pretty soon.
Oh, that's so cool. So, and of course, there's all these little things that were announced in the budget. You can jump over to CochraneNow.com. Like we said, Noel in the newsroom went over it with like a fine-tooth comb, and there's a lot of numbers and this and that. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm a child. So, go check that out. But that's pretty much everything that's been going on in town this week. If you want to catch up with our podcast, you can do so. Jump over to your favorite service, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, and drop us a like and a subscribe. And until next week, we'll talk again soon.
Yeah.